day to everyone watching this video. Today, we'll be talking about the organs of the respiratory system and their functions. First, we must know what respiration is. What is respiration? Respiration is the act of breathing in and breathing out. When you inhale, you take in oxygen. When you exhale, you give off carbon dioxide. So what is the respiratory system? The respiratory system is the network of organs and tissues that help you breathe. It includes your airways, lungs, and blood vessels. The muscles that power your lungs are also part of the respiratory system. These parts work together to move oxygen throughout the body and clean out waste gases like carbon dioxide. So what does the respiratory system do? The respiratory system has many functions besides helping you inhale and exhale. First, it allows you to talk and to smell. Second is it brings air to body temperature and moisturizes it to the humidity level your body needs. Third, delivers oxygen to the cells in your body. Fourth, it removes waste gases including carbon dioxide from the body when you exhale. And the last one is that it protects your airways from harmful substances and irritants. So let's move on to the organs that help you breathe. So when you think of the processes of breathing, the lungs probably comes to mind. The lungs are the main organ of the respiratory system. However, many other organs are also needed for the process of respiration to take place. Your respiratory system is made up of tissues and organs that allow oxygen to enter your body and carbon dioxide to leave your body. Organs in our respiratory system include your nose, your mouth, your larynx, your pharynx or the throat, the lungs, and the diaphragm. So what do you think is the purpose of each of these organs? So let's tackle about the functions of these organs. First is the mouth. It is an opening that pulls air from outside your body into your respiratory system, our mouth, as you can see in the picture. Next is the nose and the nasal cavity. These filter, warm and moisten the air you breathe. The nose hairs and the mucus produced by the cells in the nose catch particles in the air and keep them from entering the lungs. These nose hairs are also known as the cilia. Next is the pharynx. Behind the nasal cavity, air passes through the pharynx, a long tube. Both food and air pass through the pharynx. The pharynx is also known as our throat. Next is the larynx. It is also called the voice box. It is found just below the pharynx. Your voice comes from your larynx, and air from the lungs passes across thin tissues in the larynx and produces sound. This one here is the larynx. Next is the trachea or windpipe. It is a long tube that leads down to the lungs, where it divides into the right and left bronchi. The bronchi branch out into smaller bronchioles in each lungs. These two are the bronchial tubes, and the smaller bronchioles are divided into each lung. There is a small flap called the epiglottis that covers your trachea when you eat or drink. The muscle controlling the epiglottis is involuntary and prevents food from entering your lungs or your windpipe. The one here on the left, here, the violet one, is the epiglottis. And what it is enlarging here, this part is the epiglottis. So let's move on to the next one, is the alveoli. The bronchioles lead to the alveoli. And the alveoli are the little sacs at the end of the bronchioles. They look like little bunches of grapes, as you can see here in the picture. And oxygen is exchanged for carbon dioxide in the alveoli. That means oxygen enters the blood and carbon dioxide moves out of the blood. The gases are exchanged between the blood and alveoli by simple diffusion. The next one is the diaphragm. The diaphragm is a sheet of muscle that spreads across the bottom of the rib cage. When the diaphragm contracts, the chest volume gets larger and the lungs take in air. When the diaphragm relaxes, the chest volume gets smaller and air is pushed out of the lungs. And last but not least, the main organ, the lungs. Two organs that remove oxygen from the air and pass it into your blood. From your lungs, your bloodstream delivers oxygen to all your organs and other tissues. So that's all for today's video about the organs of the respiratory system and their functions. I hope you all understood it, and thank you for watching.